The world around him wanted to be enslaved. It just didn't know it yet. Herobrine would soon teach all the creatures of Minecraft that he was their master. But first he had to control his overwhelming rage.
How could that pathetic blacksmith and those villagers defeat us again?
The evil virus screamed in frustration. He glanced around at the surviving monsters that stood nearby. The zombies and skeletons looked terrified, fearing Herobrine would unleash his wrath upon them. They were wise to keep their distance, for he was considering doing exactly that. But even though it might give him momentary pleasure, deep down, he knew destroying a few dozen zombies would not help him in the long run. Nearby, the king of the Endermen, Erebus, stood tall and confident, his dark red skin standing out in bright contrast to the skeletons and zombies that shuffled around him. The creature's red eyes glowed bright with anger. When Herobrine had created Erebus, he'd poured all his malice and vile hatred for the villages into the creature's soul, and now he too was furious that they had been defeated. A clicking sound floated out of the desert and echoed off the 4 steep mountains surrounding them. The peaks were called Dragon's Teeth and were currently Herobrine's base. Herobrine had formed his massive monster army here, between these 4 spires, just before moving against that blacksmith, Smithy, and his rabble of villager NPCs, or non-playable characters. They had outnumbered the enemy 5-1, if not more, and yet they still lost.
That Smithy always has some trick up his sleeve,
Herobrine growled. Just then, the clicking sound grew louder, as if a million crickets were arriving. But instead, a large group of spiders emerged out of the nearby forest, led by the Spider Queen, Shaikalud. The 8 bright purple eyes on her large, fuzzy black head glowed with the same rage felt by Herobrine and Erebus. She too was furious at their loss. Hundreds of her spiders had been destroyed during the battle.
"We must exact our revenge on the villagers,"
the Spider Queen hissed.
"That old hag, the Oracle, destroyed hundreds of my spiders. She must be eliminated."